everybody, welcome to 2017. I feel like it's been a while since I've done my videos. It feels like, it's been forever because I was away for 10 days on vacation. I tried to tune out social media and to try not to answer any emails unless they're really, really important. It was really good to spend time with my close friends and reconnect with them and just spend nothing but just spending time, talking a lot, probably ate a lot too, but really just spend quality time with my family, and it felt really, really, really good. But now I'm back. It's 2017 and I'm excited. I'm really excited about this year. Last year has been incredible. We've done tons of stuff, and I really stepped out of my comfort zone in 2016 and helped tons of small entrepreneurs to go after big clients. And I'm excited about 2017. I hope you are too, because I'm really pumped and energized. And I've got tons of tips and strategies for you to help you sell better and to help you connect with your ideal clients and sell bigger too. So stay tuned. If you have not done so, subscribe to our YouTube or like our Facebook page. Or the most important way or best way to make sure you don't miss anything is subscribe to our newsletter, email newsletter. I'll put a link there, and don't forget to subscribe to it, and make sure you don't miss anything. So for this video, I'm going to be talking about the sales trends for 2017. And for anybody who don't know me yet, my name is Melinda Chen. I'm the founder of Women Making Big Sales. I'm here to share with you all the tips and strategies to sell to big companies and or to sell to high-paying clients. I have been in sales for 16 years, and it is my job to show you the latest trends, technologies, the best strategies to help you sell better. And that's what we plan on doing, continue to do in 2017. So connect with us so that you don't miss anything. For the first video of 2017, of course, we're going to talk about the biggest trends for the following year so that you as a small entrepreneur can compete better with those bigger agencies or your competitors so that you can craft your sales strategy better. And that is what we're going to talk about. I really literally looked through the most talked about topics, the most used strategies and tips over the past couple months, and then a lot of materials, content, experts, and what they talk about in 2017. And I really come up with this 5 fundamental trends that I think is going to dominate 2017 and how you as a small entrepreneur can take advantage of this. So stay tuned. And while I talk about these trends, think about your own business and how this affects you. How does this help you, solve your problem or even capture some kind of opportunities? How do these trends help you compete better or, get your sales faster or bigger sales? So again, if you have any questions about anything I talk about, you can always feel free to reach out to me. I love talking about sales and I love to know your business. So feel free to connect with me offline, and I'd be very happy to answer any questions you have. So let's talk about the trends. And the number one trend, and it will continue to be much more important going forward, is that sales and marketing will stay closer and closer and even more integrated than ever. So what we're talking about is that we start to see that, sales and marketing, and eventually the two words will be integrated very, very close with each other. It's almost like if you talk about sales, you cannot miss talking about marketing. And if you talk about marketing, you got to talk about your sales. So this will become even more important as we go on, because we all know nowadays your clients, they have a lot more powers than before. So, they go online and look at a lot of information. They do a lot of research before they decide to speak with you or not. And that is why sales and marketing will become really integrated. So when you're thinking about your business, if either you're thinking about sales or you're thinking about marketing, always remind yourself, can I do my marketing better while I'm thinking about my sales? Or can I really make sure my sales messages are really, really integrated when I'm thinking about my marketing? And this is usually a really, really big problem for either small or big companies. I've seen this across the board. You could be a small entrepreneur and either you really focus on your marketing, content, or social media, but forget to really reach out to your prospective clients and go ask for your sales. Or sometimes you constantly ask for sales, but did not have your marketing to support you. And this even happens with big companies. I constantly hear people complaining that, the sales departments and marketing departments, they don't talk to each other and they basically do separate things. But the reality is that they're together, they're a team and they are going after the same clients. So this trend is going to be even more powerful going forward, and it could be your competitive advantage. Just remember, your competitors, a lot of times, they have not been able to integrate the two together. So the more you are able to integrate the two together, the more competitive you are. So that is the first trend. And also think about, for example, video is really, really hot right now, but it's not just for marketing's purpose. If you're trying to go after a client, why don't you send a one-on-one video to this client? Instead of, constantly thinking about me doing live video right now, I always send video tutorials, short tutorials, or a screenshot to my prospective clients. And it's a lot easier to absorb as some kind of content. So think about that. A lot of marketing techniques, strategies, and tools are being used during your sales process as well. So think about that and how you can integrate the two together. So that is the first trend. The first trend is that the sales and marketing are going to become even more integrated and sometimes a little bit invisible in terms of the difference between the two. So you have to really think of the two things together and tightly together. And in our training programs, we also develop our 2-5 formula, and that is specifically this way, done so that we can really, really think about marketing and sales as a whole team and how to put them together. And so for the second trend, I'd call it personalized automation. So what does that mean with personalized automation? It's that automation will still be very important. We all know about automation. We know about email automation. We know about social media automation, even basically a lot of marketing automation. But since it's such a busy world out there, your clients are so busy, they are going to require or ask you to give them a more personalized experience. So while you're thinking about automation, the focus should be a personalized automation. That means that when you're designing your either email campaigns or your marketing campaigns, make sure how can I really, really personalize it. And it'll be really, really beneficial if you can add a little bit of personal touch during the entire process. And that'll really, really go a long way, especially when people are getting tons of junk mails or emails. If they're able to get something that's really personalized from you, then that is something that's going to allow you to stand out. And again, we talked about video before, and that's another example that you can use for personalized automation. While you're thinking about the entire automation process, you can also use video to create a more personalized service. Send a personal video to the person to invite them or to thank them for being part of your newsletter, and that would be a way to do it. And the trend number 3 is still the better target and better knowledge. In today's world, there's so much data out there. There's so much information out there. And if you want to really win, it continues to be the knowledge of your client. And you have to dig. There's a lot of information out there to help you get more knowledge or better knowledge of your prospective clients. So the people, and I see it all the time, Even when people, I was recently listening to an interview with the CEO of HubSpot, and he said that the knowledge of your clients, knowledge of prospective clients continue and remains the most important thing for your prospective clients. So think about that and say, a lot of times we're really rushing to get to the sale part instead of doing that research. But be patient, do your research. Talk to the insider of your prospective companies. Especially in today's world, people get so busy and distracted these days. It'd be very useful for you to really compete by having more insightful knowledge, more important knowledge. So that is something that people will continue to strive, especially when there's more and more data out there. We know Facebook is providing data, Twitter, LinkedIn, there's a lot of Google. So there's a lot of data out there for us to dig and to find out information about our clients. And that's what our competitors are using to really compete and stand out. So you cannot miss to do that. You need to learn to really do the research and know your clients' pains before you even meet with them. Don't wait till you meet with them and say, hey, I'll ask them questions when we meet. And that's how I'm going to discover their pains. That's usually too late. Your clients are way too busy to be able to know what you're thinking, or to be able to respond to the communication you have. So remember that we're still looking for a better focus and better information on our clients, and that will continue to be a big trend. So utilize your social media and do the social research. Make sure you do that social research so that you know your clients before you even meet with them. So that when you're asking questions, you're going to be asking the most insightful questions. And so now we've already talked about the first trend in terms of sales and marketing being super integrated together. So make sure that your business, you're really integrating your sales and marketing together. And the second thing we talked about is that personalized automation. How can you make your entire automation slightly more personalized? It's no longer about automation. You got to personalize as well and make sure that you got that personal touch. Creating a case study that's very personal or specific to your target industry. So that would be an example of it. The third thing is... what's the third thing? Yes, better knowledge. Continue to have better knowledge of your clients, especially when today we have a lot more data about your clients. I'm looking at my notes here and making sure. The trend number 4 is time management. Time management will continue to be the biggest challenge of salespeople or of the entrepreneurs these days. We're very distracted. We're easily distracted because our business is very much integrated into our lives. We got our smartphone and we're able to do live videos or client management on our smartphone. But it's amazing, but the negative consequences of that are that we get distracted really easily. So the biggest challenge or trend for 2017 remains the time management of entrepreneurs. People who know me know that I'm a huge fan of Jill Conrad, and she is a great sales strategist, and she just came up with a book called Big Sales and Little Time. And that is the book that really showcase why people will continue to feel that way about sales, is that they're so busy. We're so busy these days, but we do not have time to really go do the sales. But at the same time, the market challenges us to go out and do more sales. So that is really going to be a huge trend for 2017. And I really, if I look at successful entrepreneurs or marketers or sales executives these days, most of them have to, that is a basic, the fact that you have to manage your time. You have to master the ability to manage your time well, efficiently, effectively, because there are a lot of things to talk about, to think about. Before, it used to be sales. You just have to focus on sales. But now you also have to think about your marketing. There's tons of things to think about. So how to properly manage your time become extremely, extremely important. There are a lot of technologies out there to help you manage your sales process a lot faster. And there's some really, really fancy ones. And, I'm constantly looking for different client relationship management systems. I'm always testing out different ones. I've been using Insightly for a while. Now I'm using Pipedrive, and to really make sure that I get the best, or I recommend the best technologies or tools for my clients. But there are also, for example, Google Alert. Google Alert continue to be a really, really powerful and simple tools that I think every single entrepreneur should use. If you have any specific trigger events, you need to set it up. You can set it up at Google Alert, and Google will let you know whenever the specific alert is triggered. Whenever they see a product launch within a specific industry, it will deliver the news immediately to your mailbox. And that is really powerful and extremely simple to set up. And for example, you can also think about different task systems to make sure that you continue to maintain on track with your contacts with your clients. So these are very, very simple technology you can use to make sure that you can stay in contact with your prospective clients. Now, the last trend, I really want to focus on the fact that it's time to go back to basic. Why are we talking about that? I think the past few years, there are a lot of talk about social selling, a lot of talk about different technologies. There are tons of technologies for prospecting, for client management, for lots of different things in the market. But I think it's time, and a lot of big sales departments or big companies, and even the really, really experienced sales executives, they started to realize that it is time to get back to basic. Despite all the technologies, all the resources, all the data we have, we still need to really master the importance of the basic. For example, the importance to know your clients well, the importance to really master the art of asking for sales, of engagement, of taking or leading your clients through that sales process. And that back to basic will become more and more important, because despite all the information, we still need to know that at the end, it's one-on-one communication. There are things that does not change. Despite the technology, we still need that personal communication. And maybe that's why salespeople are still paid a lot of money, because there are certain skills that cannot be replaced by technology. So there will be a trend to really go back to basic, because it is going to be an even noisier world out there. There will be a lot of people doing different things and then talking out loud, trying to communicate, try to get our clients to buy. And the ones that will stand out are the ones that have mastered the basic and fundamental strategies or skills in sales. How well do you know your clients? And how do you keep engaging your clients? How do you lead your clients? How do you ask for smart questions? And how do you handle objections? And how do you really close that sales with confidence and without being pushy? And these are really basic things that, regardless of technology or things you use, you still have to learn these. And I think that this will become even more important, especially when in today's world, there are so many people talking about different things. So back to basic and focus small. You got to be the subject expert. So whatever you do, be the expert of what you know. It doesn't have to be big. It could be small, but as long as you're the specialist, you're the subject leader, subject matter expert, then that's how you stand out, because it's such a busy world, distracted world out there. Your clients, your prospective clients, your ideal clients are looking for inspiration, leadership, or simplicity so that they can feel less distracted. And these are the 5 trends for 2017. And I hope you find it useful and you can really use it for your own business. Think about it and how do you use it for your own business? I can't wait to do more videos. We got some other very exciting things coming up. I've been working really hard to get these content prepared because in my mind, I'm constantly thinking, how do I help you sell better? What kind of tools, what kind of strategies, workbook, content will help you sell better? So I really thank you for you being part of this community. Tell people about us. Let's share our news because we should never sell alone. Life is too short to be selling alone. And together, let's make big sales. Talk to you later. Bye.